And the entire front section is formed up of just Yari Ashigaru, which are just spearmen infantry, and then we've got some and then following them up we have got these are in sixes, so you've got what's that, 6x3, and then you've got a 6x2 of more Yari Ashigaru, and then you have 6 Kanabo Samurai, and then 6 regular Samurai, and then another 6 Bow Ashigaru. Dotted amongst these you've got some standard bearers just to keep them in place for the ambush effect. And then we've got a single line of Yari Ashigaru. As you can see, each column slowly gets progressively more with better units. So we've got 6 Yari Ashigaru, and then we've got some Kanabo Samurai, regular Samurai, Naginata Samurai, guys with these big dowels, and then we have some more Bow Ashigaru. And then finally we have got the Shogun in command of the column with another 6 regular Samurai. We've got 2 Naginata Samurai, we've got 4 Matchlock Ashigaru, and then we've got some of these warrior monks, which I can't remember the name of. But yeah, we've got the 3 of these guys following up the samurai as part of his sort of retinue. So that's how many Japanese men we have got. There's about 100 people there, 103, but actual effectives it's like 98 because I've got 5 standard bearers. And then we have got equally 2 halves, one of these Song swordsmen, who are these guys here. They've got some armour on them, they've got their armoured hats. So yeah, we've got 40 of these guys on each side. We've then got some Song Dynasty spearmen, who are these guys here, looking rather different with their armoured torso. And then we have got 20 of them. Then we've got 10 of these Guandao swordsmen, well, spearmen, swordsmen, just Dao infantrymen. So yeah, we've got 10 of these guys because the Daos are pretty powerful. We've then got 6 of these Imperial Guards, big broody guys. They have big heavy Guandaos, and so yeah, we have these guys. And then we've got 5 repeating crossbowmen to soften up the Japanese before the Chinese Song charge into them. So yeah, on each side that's about more than that. It's well, we got 162 in total, so I suppose half that, whatever that is, I'm not sure. But yeah, so we got 103 Japanese versus 162 Chinese, who cost nearly double the Japanese cost. But yeah, so we'll see how well this goes for them. So let's get into it. So of course the repeating crossbowmen and the Bow Ashigaru are going to be the ones to fire off first. They're going to exchange shots. In goes... Oh, also the musketmen. Yeah, the musketmen are also going to, well, matchlock Ashigaru rather. They're going to do their thing. So, yeah, in come the repeating crossbows, getting some early hits in. I was originally going to give the Song some more regular crossbowmen, but then I thought they'll just massacre the Japanese who have no shields before they get anywhere close. Plus, I very rarely actually get to use repeating crossbowmen. So, both sides have fired off their first shots. The side that I was looking at had more action because more of the Bow Ashigaru were actually looking, but yeah, it looks like some of the Yari Ashigaru are actually being taken out. Yep, it takes about 2 repeating crossbow bolts in order to kill off an Ashigaru here. Ooh. Or 1 good shot to the head. No, it hit his back, but he still died to it. So yeah, it looks like this side is going to get engaged first because they do start off closer. As you can see, they will start to envelop the rear of the Japanese formation. The Shogun is doing his best to block the shots that he can of these repeating crossbows as the bolts go everywhere. And yeah, I don't think the matchlock Ashigaru really did much. They killed off... Oh, they did kill a repeating crossbowman actually. That makes them all worthwhile. That's very useful. Even though it's only 1 kill, that's still very useful. The Bow Ashigaru here actually managed to kill off some of these guys. We've got a couple of swordsmen dead. We've got a couple of Guandao infantry. But here comes the first clashes, On this flank, we've got the Shogun actually getting involved over there, but down here we've got the Ashigaru. One of them's been taken out by one of the spearmen, but it looks like the bow Ashigaru have managed to reload in time. But yeah, here comes the enveloping rear. The Shogun is getting involved with his samurai. There goes another guy with his with his katana. We got one of the Imperial Guards coming in here. Oh, someone just got chucked. Imperial Guard, that's why. Yeah, Imperial Guard's getting involved with the matchlock Ashigaru. They're really not going to have a fun time over here. Shogun, he's already dead. There he goes, another battle, another video, and the Shogun's dead before he gets to do anything. Oh, the poor Shogun. But yeah, the rest of the column, I mean, to be fair, the spear Ashigaru are actually doing alright over here, and that's because most of the Chinese have gone for sort of like the middle of the column. We've got a couple of samurai down here. We've got this guy here. We've got another guy there with a swordsman on him. Over here we've got a swordsman taking out one of the bow Ashigaru, but the katana samurai might get his revenge. I don't know. He's charging over, and down goes the slash. Nah, he missed. Didn't manage to do it. Oh, someone blocked a shot there. Looks like the spearman managed to do that. Yeah, the middle of the column is being absolutely overwhelmed. I did not expect the Japanese to fall this quickly. The entire rear of the column is just gone. Yeah, this might be a fight that's over very quickly. The repeating crossbowmen have actually started to reload apparently, so here they come. We've got a couple of Kanabo samurai here involved with a swordsman and a Dao infantryman. Oh, another Dao just appears into the frame. That's an Imperial Guard killing off one of the Kanabo samurai. Yeah, the Yari Ashigaru, they're doing their best. I mean, there's a lot of Japanese bodies though. Let's be fair. Got a couple of these Dao infantry and a swordsman, just absolutely murdering a poor Ashigaru there. Oh, repeating crossbow bolt. Dao infantryman just hits his own side. Repeating crossbowman into the flank, kills off that poor Ashigaru. That didn't go well for him at all. Chinese casualties have been comparatively light, actually. There's really been no movement with these Japanese troops actually doing much here. We've got a spearman here, a Yari Ashigaru sort of doing his best against two swordsmen. And is that just a shield that's stuck? Yeah, so the spearman's dead, but yep, there he goes. That fight did not last long at all. That was a couple of minutes, and just the Japanese are just dead. I mean, I didn't expect the Japanese to win, because in these battles the attacker usually puts two guys down there. But Imperial Guard, I don't think any of them have died, unless that's one. That might actually be an Imperial Guardsman dead. Let me find an alive one here. Yeah, that is an Imperial Guardsman dead. So yeah, they managed to kill one Imperial Guard, and then there's just a whole load of foot troops mulling around here. Okay, so here's the change then. 2 more units have been added to the column. We've got another 6x3 block of just regular katana samurai. We've then got 6 more Naginata samurai, and then I've given them some more matchlock Ashigaru. And then we've got another block as the same as the front of the column, which is just a 6x3 of Yari Ashigaru, along with some bow Ashigaru and a couple more standard bearers just to keep them all in place. So the numbers are now more even. 165 to 162 minus the like 8 standard bearers. The Japanese are still slightly outnumbered, but it's more even now. Also, the cost has also been drastically shortened. I don't know whether the Song are still going to have the edge, because they do have Imperial Guardsmen, whereas the Japanese just have a Shogun and a whole heck of a lot of samurai. And of course the Chinese do still have their repeating crossbowmen, even though the Japanese now do have more bowmen and some more matchlock infantrymen. So yeah, we'll have to see if these changes will allow the Japanese to not get absolutely demolished, considering that the rear of the column now won't be completely enveloped right away like it was before. So yeah, a more even fight. Let's see how this one works. So of course the two sides are going to charge. Well, the two sides of the ambush are going to charge together, and the repeating crossbowmen are going to fire. As are there goes the matchlock ashigaru, all firing off in various directions. They've scored some hits over there, and now here come the repeating crossbowmen. There's sort of no escaping that. The samurai are actually dying quite easily to the repeating crossbowmen. But yeah, we've still got a couple more of those matchlock ashigaru firing there, but they've all fired now. So the bowmen have also fired. Let's check the casualties. Yeah, got a couple of swordsmen dead. We got another crossbowman dead down there. No one really at the back of the column. We got a couple of. Well, we got like one guy over there. What about the matchlock ashigaru here? They actually killed some of the repeating crossbowmen. That might be important. That might actually be important, because less missiles coming in means less Japanese casualties happening where they then can't defend against them. And yeah, I think some of the Song units actually jumped to the side, which is why they're sort of streaming in slightly differently. But yeah, the two sides, once again, it's going to be this side that's charging forwards and is going to engage first. They have suffered some casualties prior to their engagement, the Japanese at least, prior to their engagement with the Song. We've got a couple of Dao infantrymen coming in here, along with their swordsmen and spearmen backup. And the Imperial Guard, of course, are still going to be charging in right to the Shogun, who has already charged in, as we can see there. Here he goes. He really wants to kill off some of those Imperial Guardsmen. Oh, and he does. Look at that. A nice kill there. There's another Imperial Guardsman down. They've already done better than they previously have done, the Japanese here, because the rear of the column isn't getting completely destroyed. The standard bearer actually manages to help kill off one of the swords. Oh no, not quite. Doesn't quite manage to kill the. I thought maybe the flag bearer had managed to kill off a spearman, but no, he hasn't. Here comes the second round though. More Imperial Guard charging in. How's the Shogun doing? The Shogun, he's still alive. Look at him go. He's still in there. He's still in there, blocking shots and, you know, parrying hits and doing all sorts of stuff. Look at him go. Imperial Guardsmen are still sort of engaging with his entourage. Yeah, Shogun, nice cut there, manages to kill off some of the guys, but oh, he's down. Yep, he's down. He's dead. There goes his katana. Yeah. Well, the Shogun had a pretty decent run this time. He managed to kill off at least 2 Imperial Guardsmen, I think. And we come over here just in time to see one of the Yari Yashigaru get absolutely cut down by a Guandong. Or Guandao rather, not Guandong. But yeah, the rest of the column, it's actually faring not too badly. They're managing to hold here. We've got the Katana Samurai mixing with the Ashigaru here, and on this side they've built up a bit of a defence, but it's really the rear of the column, as we can see there, where there's still fresh units coming in. The standard has fallen. Stand has fallen as the few remaining Ashigaru are trying to defend with... Well, actually there is no more samurai. The samurai are all dead over here. Nice shield bash there into one of the Yari Yashigaru from one of the Song spearmen. I think most of the bow Ashigaru... Yeah, all of the bow Ashigaru over here are dead now, so it's just a case of the spearmen holding out. Over here as well, we've got a couple of Katana Samurai. We actually have a Naginata Samurai there, but commentator's curse, he's just died. The rest of the column, yeah, the Shogun's entourage has definitely been killed off, so it's just a case of the front of the column, which is actually cleaned up for the most part. There's some outliers here, in the case of this front standard bearer and also this one Yari Yashigaru, who are still alive. The rest of the column, though, they're sort of clumped together here, the final remainders of the Japanese resistance, but yeah, those guys at the back of the column are sort of holding out and giving them time, sort of distracting the rest of the Chinese army there. But yeah, the Kanabo Samurai there, we've got a Yari Yashigaru, narrowly misses being cut in half by a Guandao. as they engage with some spearmen, but here comes some spearmen charging in from the rear. Ooh, glancing blow onto one of the Yari Ashigaru, who hooks his spear around, but the spearman manages to block it. Still got that one Ashigaru holding out against numerous odds, but no, he's dead. Commentator's curse. As soon as I looked at him, he died. These guys, they're still rallying around the standard, but I don't think it's really going to help them. No, there's a big cut. Probably beheaded that guy. Oh, and another one. Off he goes. That's a big uppercut, as they just absolutely decimate those three. I think, yeah, the standard bearer's dead. It's just whoever's left in there. And yeah, it's a couple of bowmen. Well, it's one bowman and a couple of spearmen. But yeah, there goes that spearman. It's just this guy. Yeah, this guy, he's sort of charged forwards, but here comes the Imperial Guard and the remaining swordsmen and spearmen, and yeah, Guandao infantry. There he goes. One bowman over here, who's definitely not going to reload in time, and another bowman down here. The Chinese just can't help themselves. They just have to get over there. I think there was a bit of friendly fire there. A swordsman died when he didn't need to, because these guys are all charging at the bowman. Oh, bowman tries a shot, but no, it's too late. Too late, he misses. Oh, has someone been catapulted over here? Who's over here? Why are you all looking? Apparently the Chinese charge must have chucked a Japanese infantryman all the way over here, because... Where are you guys going? Someone fallen off the map? No. Where are they? What are you looking at? Why are you all coming over here? These crossbowmen shouldn't be heading forwards like this. Try to see if I can take control of him. No, there's no one over here I can take control of. Where are you guys going? What are you guys looking at? Very strange. I'm gonna have to get to the bottom of this. So yeah, I found him. It was a random samurai who'd been catapulted over here somewhere because he was on half health. But yeah, he was sort of stuck over here, and so I just grabbed him and walked him out into the open with the hope of killing off this guy. But I didn't get there. So yeah, this is the remaining Chinese army. It's quite numerous, even though they were in similar numbers. The ambush was very effective, looking at the amount of red bodies over here and the comparatively small amount of blue bodies. Yeah, so the opening volley of shots didn't really help, even though they did manage to kill off more repeating crossbowmen, namely these two guys, and they did manage to get one spearman here. Yeah, they really didn't do all too well. The opening volley over on this side, considering that there were more projectiles, did manage to claim more victims. We've got some swordsmen over here. We've got a Guandao man over there. This guy isn't actually dead; he's just fallen over. Yeah, they did suffer a few more casualties over here, including one more repeating crossbowman, but it didn't really help out the Japanese cause. They put up more of a resistance since they had more units to defend, but yeah, the Yari Ashigaru, I mean, it's at least double the amount of Japanese bodies to Chinese bodies here, and the same with the center. I mean, just the very few casualties in comparison for the Chinese. With the Shogun's entourage, they did do far better this time. I mean, there's 4 Imperial Guardsmen dead right here, all of them right next to each other. Plus, they've killed some Guandao infantry, plus some swordsmen and spearmen. So they definitely fared better here. And then the rear of the column, I mean, it did a little bit to help slow down the Chinese advance. We got another dead Imperial Guardsman, so they are killing off some of these elite infantry. But yeah, even so, once again, the ambush was a complete success for the Chinese. We've got another dead Imperial Guardsman, so that's actually 6. That's half of the Imperial Guardsmen dead, and then we've got all sorts of spearmen. We've got a swordsman here who's just sort of pinned down. He's not actually dead. I don't think there are any more Imperial Guardsmen dead. So, I mean, with that extra clump of units, it did help the Japanese. They did kill off some more of the elite infantry. They did manage to kill some more swordsmen and bowmen and spearmen. But in the end, it just was not enough. I mean, just look at the amount of Chinese troops that left. The Japanese would have needed at least double the troop number that they had in order to possibly pull out a win. Especially considering, you know, all of these Imperial Guardsmen that they still have left to kill. If this was all that this column managed to accomplish, then yeah, that was they would have needed definitely an extra column the same size as this one, stretching to the back of the map. But yeah, so there you go. That was a Chinese ambush on a Japanese samurai column. I'll thank you all for watching, and goodbye.